Hey everybody, we flew into northern New Jersey for a wedding and figured this afternoon we would make our way up to Wawayanda Lake, which is almost adjacent to the Appalachian Trail. So we found our way here and now we're taking a short little hike on the trail. So as I'm filming this, I felt like I was not being very enthusiastic, and my wife told me that, well, you're trying not to fall down, which is exactly right. So I'm going to actually stop and talk to you here in just a few minutes. I'm in northern New Jersey, where we flew in for a wedding and decided we would make our way up to the Appalachian Trail. And that's where we are right now. We're actually on a section of the trail, and so I'm pretty excited, needless to say. And I thought how appropriate to be on this spot to announce that this is my official announcement of my upcoming attempt to thru hike the entire Appalachian Trail. And end my thru hike in the summer of 2023. I'll be creating a few videos leading up to my attempt over the next few months. And when I'm on trail, my plan is to video daily or every couple of days and send those out as well. So over the next few months, you'll see my preparations, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But real quick about me, who I am. I was born into a military family, which gave me some really amazing opportunities and adventures around the world, which I thoroughly cherish. I was also not a very good athlete, an Eagle Scout, as well as a band geek growing up. I went to Florida State University, where I met my soulmate and best friend, my wife, Pat. I earned my bachelor's degree in business with a focus on hospitality management. And after we graduated, Pat and I married soon after. And I took her to rural Alabama to start our lifelong adventure together. I've spent 40 years in service industry, primarily on college campuses, supporting students and the work that is done in those institutions. Those assignments were primarily in the Southeast and Pacific Northwest. We have two wonderful children. Both are happily married and live on the West Coast, and two grandchildren who also live on the West Coast with their family. Living in Virginia, I had the opportunity to volunteer as an Appalachian Trail maintainer for 4 years, and it really gave me an appreciation of the work that goes into maintaining this trail. I also earned my Master Naturalist credential, and that's something I really cherished. 2 years ago, we semi-retired and left our beautiful family farm in the Pacific Northwest to return to Florida to spend this time and be present with our mothers, as well as enjoy our lives and really start taking advantage of some of the goals and aspirations we had at this point in our life. During this period, I formed a small project management and consulting firm and have enjoyed doing the work of supporting college campuses around the U.S. I also work a few hours each week in shows and attractions at a very large, well-known theme park near Orlando. The role as a cast member really allows me to fuel the passion that I have for serving people, but also working with college-age students and spreading magic to families as they're creating memories for their lifetimes. I enjoy travel, photography, history, and being outside immersed in nature. That's a little bit about me. I first learned about the trail when I was 15, and it's called to me pretty much most of my life. I'm at a point in my life where I can answer that call. So the time is right for me after 47 years to turn a one day into my day one and start my thru hike attempt. For those of you that may not be fully familiar with the Appalachian Trail or what is involved in the thru hike, I offer some brief information. The trail starts at the top of Springer Mountain in North Georgia. To get to it, traditionally you hike an 8.8-mile approach trail from Amicalola State Park to the summit. This is called the southern terminus of the AT and is marked by a bronze plaque. The AT, or Appalachian Trail, is a continuous footpath from the crests and valleys of the Appalachian Mountain Range. It crosses 2,194.3 miles, 14 states, 6 national parks, 8 national forests, and ends at the summit of Mt Khatadin in Maine. The elevation gain over the entire trail is 464,500 feet, or 16 times higher than climbing Mount Everest starting from sea level. It will take approximately 3 million steps to complete the journey and about anywhere between 5 and 7 months. The Appalachian Trail was conceived in 1921, built by private citizens, and completed in 1937. The first through hike did not occur until 1946, and only about 20,000 through hikes have been recorded by the ATC to date. Approximately 3 million people visit some portion of the trail every year, but only 3,500 people attempt a through hike of the entire AT. Only about 20% of that 3,500 complete their trek. Through hikes tend to consist of younger individuals, typically in their 20s, and retirees. The oldest through hike was 86 and the youngest was 5. Women account for about 30% of through hikers, but this number is growing every year. So why would you follow a 63-year-old man as he hikes from Georgia to Maine? I don't know, but I can tell you my plan is to provide great views, a little bit of history, the wonders of nature, maybe a little bit of humor here and there, and some interesting facts along the way. I hope these videos inspire you to explore the wonders of nature and the world around us. They'll also have a few hidden messages for my grandsons. My next video is going to be my how and why video. It's going to talk about the inspiration, what's driving me to do this time in my life, as well as some of the logistics and planning that have gone into it. And then just really what is drawing me to the trail and why am I doing this? As I get closer, I'll also prepare some videos on how I'm preparing for the trail, physically, mentally, spiritually, as well as preparing my family. We'll look at the gear I've accumulated, as well as how I'm planning to feed myself while on the trail. And then I'll produce other videos organically as needed based on questions that I get from you, the audience. We'll go from there. But I'll announce my actual date later, but right now I'm looking at leaving about mid-October of 2022. And again, doing what's known as a head start, where I'll hike about 400 to 500 miles in the fall and stop through the winter months and then come back to the trail 400 to 500 miles past the southern terminus up to and go from there at the end of February-ish all the way through next summer. So if this man's adventure interests you, like, subscribe, do all those things that you're supposed to do so that you know when I post a new video. And tell your friends if you think anybody else would be really interested in a 63-year-old doing this trek. Thank you for watching and your consideration in following my videos. Take care. I hope these videos